This is the BK Lounge Podcast. Welcome to laughs, love, and crazy debates by your two favorite hosts, Burt and Kenny. Join us in talks about military life, relationships, golf life, and so much more. Your new favorite place to come hang out on Sundays. Introducing the BK Lounge Podcast, a Burt's Beat Studios production. And now your hosts, Burt and Kenny.
Now they can hear us. Oh. Welcome in, everybody.
What's going on?
It's like it's our first time.
I don't know. We were just listening to Christmas music.
Yeah, Kenny was just jamming out to Christmas music.
Yeah.
Yeah. But welcome in, y'all. Episode 4.
1 month.
One whole month of BK Lounges with your boy Burt and Kenny.
Burt and Kenny.
Burt and Kenny.
Okay. What's everybody been up to? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
They know what you've been up to.
They know.
No. So episode 4. Episode 3, we talked about the holidays. We talked about Thanksgiving. The ho-ho holidays. And we talked about Thanksgiving, how my family was down here in the Charlotte area for the week of Thanksgiving, which was awesome. We talked about presents. We talked about
receiving presents.
Doing the whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. We talked about the zoo.
The guilty pleasure of a zoo, I guess.
Yeah.
Strange.
I mean, who doesn't love a zoo animal?
I mean, I don't.
I do. I got one tattooed on my arm.
But that's not a zoo animal, that's an animal.
But I saw it in the zoo with my own eyes. Tell me the difference. Other than one's obviously in a cage, that part's sad, but...
Yeah, I don't... It's just zoos aren't my thing.
Yeah. You're lame.
I'm not lame because I don't like a zoo.
Yeah, you are lame. Lame.
That's not right. That's not right.
No, but we talked about holidays, gifting, all of the fun stuff, and we talked about a little bit how I had a tournament last week.
Yep. Which
was crazy. But we'll kind of dive into that here shortly. But yeah, it's a holiday season.
It is the holiday season, and I've been on my gift purchasing train all this week. It was great that you were gone because I could just really focus in on buying things. I bought the gift for my parents that we're not going to tell Chad about and the podcast about until after because my parents listen and watch the podcast. It's a good one. It was a great idea by you. We talked about it a little bit last week, but that was good. I bought a bunch of gifts for you, for my parents as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was on it.
Yep. We did some Christmas shopping today.
We did.
But yeah, no. We did some Christmas shopping. We went up and had breakfast with our friends Britt and Kyle and Britt's mom.
Yep.
Because our friend Britt and Kyle are having a baby.
They're having a baby, like possibly tomorrow.
Possibly tomorrow. They're at the end of the tunnel here, so we're very excited for them. I made them a quiche. Made them a little fruit platter, some cinnamon rolls.
Traveled with breakfast this morning. Which we kind of talked about the quiche and the breakfast moment in episode 2, I think it was. We did, yeah. We've talked about food quite a bit.
Because somebody loves a quiche.
Love eggs. You guys know this.
Loves eggs himself.
But no, also on the topic of gift purchasing and Christmas shopping, no gift cards have been bought.
No gift cards.
No gift cards.
Zero.
None.
I don't think we will. I hope you don't.
I'm not going to because I can't anymore.
Yeah, you're on blast. You have all these people that know. Of all of our followers, our listeners know that you like to give gift cards.
Because then we've gone over it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back down the rabbit hole.
Nope.
Were there any rabbits at the zoo?
I don't recall seeing a single rabbit. Saw a tortoise, a very large one.
Tortoise in the hair kind of thing? Is that where you came up with a tortoise? Because like a rabbit is nowhere near a tortoise.
No, I'm just thinking of animals in the zoo other than like a lion, a giraffe. Had a giraffe attack me.
A giraffe did not attack you. That's dramatic.
It's not dramatic, but no, we've been busy.
Yeah, tell us about your tournament. Tell us about your week. Kenny was away from Monday to Thursday of this last week.
Yep. So I was in Pinehurst. I had a pro tournament. I played with one of the teaching professionals at
your club.
My club.
Who is also my instructor and golf coach.
Yep.
When I actually get over there and get lessons.
Yep. So
great guy. Love him. If you're listening, we love you.
We love you. So Miles was my partner. So we did pro. It's a 3-day event where we play 3 different formats, 3 different courses. But we played our practice round on Monday, which was good. Kind of got us in the vibe of competing and doing all of that. But Tuesday came around.
Chilly.
Opened these eyes, walked outside, and the Jeep was covered with snow.
In North Carolina.
In North Carolina. The whole reason why I moved.
Yeah. I don't want snow. I don't want cold. If I wanted snow and cold, I'd stay in Vermont.
Yeah.
Simple. I'm actually kind of upset about it.
You're frustrated?
I'm frustrated because I left Vermont, and you always talked about how warm it is, and like, oh, it'll snow like maybe once a year for like one day. And then, like, it's back to, like, its normal temperature. This is not normal temperature. This is unseasonably cold, I've heard. And I don't want that. That's not fair.
Maybe it's you.
It's not me. I'm not the reason the cold is here. I'm just upset about it.
You're the reason. It's all making sense now. You brought it with you. The rain, the snow. It was a year. What a year to move to North Carolina. No, but what do you mean?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, look at all of the people say that they think it's you as well.
Yeah, so for, again, those who listen on Spotify or Apple, we film it live on Twitch, on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/BKLoungePod. And everyone who's watching it live right now is saying that I brought the cold, it's my fault, and to Kenny, kick him out.
Kick him out!
I'm not...
Yeah.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, no, it was disgustingly cold. I did not want to play a golf tournament in that. I did not want to compete in that. It's just, it was way too much. And Miles is from Ohio. I'm from Vermont. So it's like, everybody's like, oh, you guys are used to it. It's like, no. We both moved away from that lifestyle for a reason.
But that doesn't mean you're not used to it, but also... You don't want that.
Yeah, it's a choice to not be in Vermont or Ohio.
Right.
So no, but we played very well. We didn't place, we didn't win, unfortunately, but we both felt very good. We don't usually get that much time to compete, and it was nice. The pro for the Carolinas PGA is like the end of the season, big tournament for all of the professionals in North Carolina and South Carolina, and it's awesome. I mean, we have 3 courses for 3 days in Pinehurst every year, November, December time, and
like Pinehurst is like the mecca of golf.
Yeah, Pinehurst,
especially in this area.
Yep, on the East Coast, Pinehurst is the place to be. They eat, breathe, sleep golf. And you feel it, you drive in, and honestly, it's like a Hallmark movie. If anybody's ever been to Pinehurst, you're driving around in a Hallmark movie almost, especially this time of year. And with the snow, it was a little bit nostalgic, and I did love every second.
Some Vermont vibes.
Yeah. I did enjoy every second of that, but no, I did not want to play in that. And it was fun to drive around and have the thought of it, but then you're like, oh my God, I'm playing 3 rounds of golf in a high-stake tournament.
When it's 40 degrees.
In this weather, yeah. So, snow in Pinehurst was brutal.
Brutal.
But we did enjoy ourselves. We played Talamore, which I'm actually wearing the hat. It has a little alpaca on it. For those that are watching, you can see it. For those that are listening, it's a camo hat, and it has a little tiny alpaca on it. They used to be able to have alpacas that caddied for you.
That's crazy. When you said that at breakfast this morning, I was like, I couldn't imagine being like, oh, we're on tee box 1, you go to your bag, and it's on an alpaca.
Yeah.
But why'd they get rid of them?
Because they started biting people. So, like, yeah. And, like, you'll see, like, TikToks or, like, promotional videos about, you know, them caddying for you, and they have these, like, little saddles on, and they have, like, a small bag.
Did you get to ride the alpaca, too? Like,
No,
it was like a golf cart? No, I'm saying, like, back then.
No.
That's silly.
No.
That's silly.
That's ridiculous to even think that way. But no, I
think that's a very fair question.
Okay. Would you ride an alpaca?
Yeah.
Do you understand how big they are?
I've ridden a camel. I've ridden a horse.
A camel and a horse are like 4 times bigger than an alpaca.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big boy.
Okay.
Camel's not going to get, or the alpaca's not going to get hurt.
We'll go into him lying on his license another time, but we're not going to actually talk about his size right now. But no, they didn't get to use to ride him. You walk with them, they have the bag, all of the stuff. But no, they stopped doing it because they were biting people. So now they're just on hole 14 on the course, and there's, I think, 5 of them, and they're actually right near the tee box. We took some pictures and videos of them before we teed off. But no, it was pretty cool. I had not played there before. We played Pinehurst number 9.
Yep.
And we played Tobacco Road. And for anybody that knows difficult golf courses, beautiful, high-ranked golf courses, Tobacco Road is one of them. I will say that it is not a tournament course. It is the...
What makes it not a tournament course? What do you mean by that?
It's just, you have a lot of luck. It's based off of a lot of luck, a lot of skill, and just things that, especially in a professional tournament, is you don't need to add any more elements to the competition. In Tobacco Road, I love it. It's one of my favorite courses.
Yep.
But it's definitely not a course where you want to be competing on. You have a lot of blind shots. You have a lot of, dog legs, a lot of altitude, a lot of false front greens, things like that. And it was just not ideal.
So you're telling me if I played it, I would be terrible at it?
I think the best I've shot on Tobacco Road, and granted I hadn't played it since I moved here.
Yeah.
I think the best I shot was like an 83.
Okay.
So
that's like 110 for me.
Yeah, it would be tough.
Yeah, tough.
It'd be tough. But yeah, no, it was fun. We had a good time. Our whole team went, well, most of the team, not the whole team, but we had 3 teams total, so 6 guys going, and we stayed in a house. We played cards, we ate good food, we played good golf, but we also froze our butts off.
Yeah.
So that was brutal, but it was good, and it makes me kind of rethink how much I actually want to compete.
Does it make you want to do it more?
Makes me want to do it more, because I don't compete enough, I would say, and I would say a lot of my scheduling and my time, I don't allow myself to really play that much.
Right. So for those who are listening and watching, what is the difference? Because a lot of people come into chat and they're like, oh, like, what does Kenny do? Or, oh, what does Kenny do for work? I always say she's a golf professional. A lot of people take that as like, oh, she plays every single day for the PGA and travels the country playing tournaments. So, like, tell the people what's the difference is between a golf professional and a professional golfer. Yeah,
so there is a difference between a professional golfer and a golf professional. And one being is when you're a professional golfer, you are a professional athlete. And you are playing the sport every single day. You are competing every week. You go through a season only competing, and that is your main job, is just to play the game. I am a golf professional, so I am part of the PGA, and I have many tasks. So I work for one single club, so you can work for a private, a resort, a public, a semi-private. You could work on a driving range. You can do anything as long as it's an established facility.
Yep.
So I work for a fully private course, a 36-hole facility, and I teach, I do merchandising, I play, I manage staff, outside staff. I do hiring, budget work. It's kind of like the business side of golf.
The way I explain it is like in the most simplistic form is she runs a private country club.
Yeah.
The golf side of a private country club.
Yeah. So you have different types. You have a country club, you have a golf club, you have just a course, you have all of the different things. And we are a full service country club. So we have tennis and racket sports, we have aquatics, we have a full food and beverage, and we have golf. And we also have fitness. So with all of those things is we run our own department, and I have our director of golf. He is the guy above me, and then we have a full staff team below us, as well as outside staff and all of that.
Yeah.
So our main job is to run our department within the club.
Gotcha.
And the job looks different for many people. As we talk about a ladder, and the ladder in the industry is just very different depending on what route you take.
Got it. Okay.
So there is a lot of difference, between the two, and it is really hard to be a professional golfer, and I give props to anybody that does that, and especially if you're PGA or LPGA, and it's not an easy task.
Right. You're not just going out there playing golf.
Yeah. So competing as a golf professional looks a little bit different because you are based off of a section. So I am in the Carolina section, so I play against professionals between North Carolina and South Carolina.
Gotcha.
Because it covers the whole section of those two states. So it's a big pool. There's not that many women. So I do play against men, and that's why I get to play with Miles.
Yep.
We do play in a co-ed team every year. We have for the past 2 years. So it's nice, and it's nice for him because I play very far up. And I kind of dislike that, even though everybody's like, oh, it's an advantage, it's this or that. It's like, no, it actually is more of a deficit because I never play that short of a yardage. So I struggle with that. Usually on the first day, I always struggle with kind of understanding where I need to put the golf ball.
Yep.
But we play against men, we play against women. It's a full co-ed sanctioned event when you play within your section.
Gotcha.
Which is fun.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But no, it was a good week. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
With me being gone.
You being gone, I got things done.
Yeah. So for 4 days without me.
4 days without you.
What'd you do?
I knew I wanted to set up Christmas lights, and I've never decorated the outside of a house. So I was like, I'm gonna start the first day that she's gone, and went to Lowe's. We have a Lowe's 3 blocks away, so it's super close. Got that 10% military discount. Thanks, Lowe's. Got some Christmas lights. I got some Govee permanent lights for the outside front, and we have 4 bushes in the front of our house. And I went and I was like, I'm gonna get some nice white lights for it, and thought, okay, 4 bushes, 4 boxes of lights, perfect. Again, never decorated the outside of a house before. Always lived in an apartment. My parents always had the lights growing up. Should have thought back then. And I get home, I unravel one box out of the 4 boxes for the first bush, and I go around half of the bush, and I said, oh shit, I need way more lights. So I used the 4 boxes. I did 2 or 3 on the first one, and then started on the other one. I'm like, dang, I need more lights. Went to Lowe's yet again, got more lights, came back, put them on, realized I yet again didn't have enough lights or extension cords. We have probably close to 300 feet of various extension cords now. 8-footers, 15-footers, 40-footers, 75-footers. We have extension cords now.
And that's the thing is he told me on the first day, he was like, oh, Kyle came and helped me put up, he got the Govee lights, which are really, they're awesome.
They're pretty cool.
If you haven't seen them, you should look into them because they are awesome, and they're multi-purpose, so we can keep them up for pretty much
year round.
Any time.
And when they're
of year.
off, they are hidden pretty well.
Yeah, and so they sit flush, so you don't really see them. But he was telling me, he was like, oh, we're putting up lights, blah, blah, blah. He sent me a picture initially, and I was like, that's actually super cool, and I didn't think that they were going to do that much. But I also have not looked around the house. Like, I haven't gone outside. Like, when I pull in from work or when I pulled in from getting back from, like, my trip, I'm like, oh, like, this is, like, nice and blah, blah, blah. But, like, the more, like, I start processing it, is we have one external outlet.
Yeah, we have one set. We have 2 plugs out on the back deck.
Yeah.
And one of them has the string lights for the deck on them. So all of the lights are going to...
Yeah.
Yeah. House might go. But no, I can't wire anything. I'm not wiring that. It's a rental. We're fine.
Yeah, so no. And so I'm going to leave it to that. I'm not going to go out there and look around, especially when it's snowing. Okay. I will not be sitting out on the porch. I will not be doing anything like that.
Yeah.
But no.
And then so I kept adding more. Kyle came over. He helped me wrap one of the trees in the front, put up the Go-V lights. He left, and I'm like, man, I've got a couple extra lights left. And then I started doing more trees, and I was like, oh, man, what else can I do? And I just kept adding and adding and adding and adding and adding lights until I was like, okay, I need to stop. Mm-hmm. We probably have close to 1,500 lights out there. Yeah.
No, it looks great.
I was very happy with it. I thought some of it was going to look cheesy, like the trees wrapped, but actually those are my favorite part.
I love the trees too. I think that's like the first thing I noticed, and he also keeps them on all day.
No, I kept them on once today. I left them on, forgot to unplug them. They're fine.
Yeah. But no, it was really nice to come back and see that, because like we've talked about in previous episodes, like we decorated the day of, or the weekend of our first episode, which was Veterans Day week.
Yeah, Veterans Day weekend. We put the inside Christmas lights up. Still have yet to decorate the Christmas tree.
Correct.
Which we are going to do it now.
We're going to do it tonight.
Not now. Yeah, no. We're not at this very right second.
Yeah, we're going to do it tonight. We'll decorate it. We'll put all of the fun stuff on it. The bulbs, and we have pine cones. We have white pine cones. Those are pretty cool. Yeah,
we have some pretty cool stuff that's just been sitting in the living room.
But yeah, and since we all put him on blast, everybody in this podcast and on his stream and all of that, about you being a closet
eater. She got upset at me because I didn't tell her one day I went to Sonic, and she found a receipt, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me you went to Sonic?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So when she was gone, I was out going to Lowe's for probably the 14th time, and I'm like, I'm hungry. JMikes across the street. I was like, hey, yo, J-Mike, I'm coming over for a Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Went over there, and I was like, I immediately, as I walked out with the sandwich, I was like, I think I need to tell Kenny.
And he literally sends me a snap. I'm in the middle of my golf tournament, and I didn't see it until after my round anyways, but he's literally like, what's up, JMikes? Like, he's doing like a vlog.
It was not a vlog. It was a photo of me smirking and the JMikes logo behind me.
Yeah.
Vlogging.
This is strange.
You're lying to the people, making me sound like a psychopath.
You are strange. And we can talk about it a little bit.
Well, go on.
Let's talk about your order at JMikes.
What about my order?
Because it's not weird, but I do want to talk about a certain topic, and then I want to talk about a certain phobia of yours.
Jesus, this is not going to go well. Chat's going to roast me.
Yeah, they will.
So my normal order, I get a turkey provolone,
American cheese,
X the provolone, add American, give me extra American.
Yep.
Because I'm a patriot. And then lettuce to mayo, salt and pepper, sometimes bacon depending on how it looks back there. Sometimes it's just too burnt. I don't want that.
Burnt what?
Burnt bacon. Not burnt beet, burnt bacon.
Burnt beet. Burnt beet.
So
you don't even know what you're saying.
Yes, I do.
You're freaking out. You're starting to freak out. You're starting to salivate.
I love a good JMike. And I think what makes the JMike sandwich so good is that extra bit of American.
No. And yeah, that's literally the order. And anytime I like do pickup for JMikes on, like Sundays, if we're going out on the boat or if we're just hanging out at home, is ordering a turkey provolone and then being like sub-American.
Well, then why do they offer American cheese?
It's like they should just make it like a turkey sub.
Right.
Like, just
let me choose my cheese, people. But some people put the juices on there. I think that's grotesque.
So
because it's a soggy sandwich. Why would you want a soggy sandwich?
I don't know. don't like.
You don't get the juices, do you?
I got the juices.
Ugh.
That's what makes it. That's the whole purpose of.
Do you want it the Mike's way with everything we have, including something from the garbage? No.
So, including that is a good Italian sandwich of any sort, I believe, has to have pickles on it. And I love pickles. I'm a big pickle fan. We grew up with Clausen's dill pickles in our house.
Okay, so while we chat about this topic, we don't need to keep saying the word pickle. We understand what we're talking about. We can just mention I grew up with them, or I used to eat them a lot. We don't have to go, I grew up with this specific type of pickle. It was always extremely round and juicy. We don't need to go into the detail. We know we're talking about pickles. So for those who don't know, I have an extreme, it's gotten better. I have a phobia of pickles. Growing up, pickles weren't a thing for me. I think they're disgusting.
Yeah.
They sit in their own juices. The smell, the sound, the thought of it actually gets me warm and makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it was so bad years ago that me and my buddies would go to Buffalo Wild Wings and we're gonna get the deep fried
pickles.
Okay, now you're just fueling the fire.
Ad libs.
We're not. That was rhetorical.
Oh.
And they would get them, and I would have to be all right, I'm gonna get up. You guys hammer these and let me know when you're done. And I would come because I couldn't sit there and actively be around people eating them because they were disgusting. Or I would order a sandwich and make sure I'd say no pickles, please. And if they brought me a burger with pickles, I would send it all back. I don't want the pickles off of it. I want the entire everything made, and everything remade. How rude of them to not take my order correctly and then have it sent back.
Okay, but in hindsight, if you ordered American cheese,
yep,
and they came back and they had cheddar cheese on your burger, are you sending that?
No, because I don't have a phobia of it. Cheddar cheese isn't going to make me vomit or shit myself.
But you are literally, and neither is a pickle.
A pickle will make me throw up. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness gracious.
If I were to attempt to eat a pickle, I would absolutely projectile vomit. The thought of it makes me want to throw up.
This is ridiculous.
But it's gotten better. I've been able to be around people eating them. There was one time someone at work thought it'd be a great idea when we were doing this long op one night. We went and got subs before a place closed, and someone decided to put pickles on the second half of my sandwich. And I was pissed. We're here we are working late. This is our only food, and you have the audacity to put pickles on my sandwich? I didn't eat it. Oh, come on, don't be a baby. It's not that bad. You don't get to decide what's bad. I do. Pickles are bad. Don't put pickles. But it's gotten better.
You're going to make the people deaf.
I'm sorry. I'm getting very animated about this.
For anybody that was just listening in your car, and you probably just got into a car accident for his very loud voice talking about pickles, I apologize.
But it's gotten better.
Continue.
It's gotten better. So now, if we go somewhere and we order sandwiches, or we went to the Lady Chicken Lady Sandwich.
The Lady Chicken Lady Sandwich. The Lady Chicken Lady Sandwich.
The Lady Chicken...
Chicken salad chick?
Chicken salad chick, yeah.
Okay, Lady Chicken Lady.
The what is it?
Chicken salad chick.
Chicken salad chick. We ordered a sandwich and it came with a pickle. She knows exactly what to do. I know what to do. I rotate the plate to her. She quickly takes the pickle, usually covers it or hammers it herself, and
I'll throw it back.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Won't kiss her. If she were...
He's a liar.
That's no. If you were to hammer, if you would be... You couldn't do that anyway. If you were just hammering some pickles right here and give me a smooch, I'd say, no, I can't. The thought... Okay. Can we move on? This was not part of the script.
I was thinking about it earlier. I thought it would be a nice little treat for the people.
And the crazy part was, growing up as a kid, during Christmas, my mom used to hide a pickle in the Christmas tree, and if you found it, you'd get $50.
Lucky pickle.
Lucky pickle, yeah. I would always win.
I think we should start that.
Yeah? Can we do it with something else, maybe a lucky hot dog or something?
Is it a real pickle?
No, it's not. We shouldn't stab a pickle and hang it from the tree.
That would be funny.
No.
But and to the point of he made a statement saying they're sitting in their juices marinating. This is a guy that will eat a street hot dog in an abandoned town with the hot dog has been sitting in the water for probably 3 weeks.
Okay, add a side of gravy to that, we're golden.
But that's exactly
Hot dog water and pickle juice are two very different animals.
You are an absolute pig. There's no difference. Hot dog water, pickle juice, marinating a food object in it. Like, come on with that.
And people are like, oh, what happened? Did something happen with a pickle when you were a kid? Why do people go that route? They think I was like...
Because it's a weird phobia.
Like, I saw a lady on Jerry Springer one time. She had a phobia of pickles.
Yeah. I have my biggest fear is heights, but I'm more afraid of bridges. And people are like, they're safe, they have structure. And I'm like, it's not about the actual falling. It's just being on a bridge. Being on a bridge, trapped, you have nowhere to go. You have one direction that you can travel, especially if you're in a car. See, like, that fear, there's a lot of people out there that have that. There's people like, oh, I don't like pickles. Like, I don't like pizza.
But you eat it.
Yeah, but I don't like pizza. I don't like eggplant. I don't like...
But you don't get nauseous. Like, I'm warm right now talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to put a thermometer up my butt and take my temperature...
What?
That's how they used to do it.
You're 31 years old.
And I don't do it now. I'm just saying, if you were to take my temperature, you'd think I'd be running a fever because I'm feeling nauseous.
It's just the amount of drama.
It's not drama.
This is turning into a drama podcast.
No, it's not dramatic. It's the truth. I don't like pickles. They're absolutely disgusting. They make me nauseous. The thought of them, the smell of them, the sight of them, the sound of someone eating one. And to compare it to a hot dog sitting in its own water is just frankly offensive to the hot dog community.
One of the greatest places of all time, Fenway Park, the Fenway Frank.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Fenway footlong, delicious.
But listen to the fact of they probably haven't changed that hot dog water since they built that.
And
stadium.
they're delicious. Incredible.
But I'll still hammer a jar of pickles.
No.
And I'll eat a Fenway Frank.
Yes.
So, it's one of the same. But yeah, so he went to... this all came back. You did go to JMikes. He did send me proof. I didn't find the receipt in his shoe. He wasn't hiding it from me. He wasn't lying to me.
I wasn't lying to you. You make it sound like you're like, hey, what did you get for lunch today? And I'm like, ooh, I made myself a garden salad with a homemade honey vinaigrette. No.
Listen, so this was part of the JMikes thing. Because then I was like, okay, but I'm gone for 4 days. And so Friday rolls around, I come home, and I'm looking in our house, and I'm like, we have no food in this house. And he went and picked some stuff up, and I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you only told me that you went to JMikes once.
Yeah, that's the only time I ate out that entire freaking week.
But like the way that I was thinking about it, I was like, you went to JMikes and we have no food, and I know you didn't make anything that was already in here because the things that I can remember are still in here, like a bell pepper, a cucumber, there was this, there was that, and it's like, what were you actually eating?
I made HelloFreshes to practice up on my culinary skills.
Yeah.
There was a couple of frozen pizzas from the Airbnb when your family was in town.
Oh, the frozen pizzas. I didn't even think about that.
Yep. But no, I didn't just go fill up my pig trough out back with to go and hammer it while you were away.
I was concerned about that. But we built the bridge and we went over it, and it was okay, and I wasn't mad at you for going to JMikes and hiding it from me.
I know.
We were walking into Target today, and we talked about it because he always says, why are you so rotten to me?
Yeah. Why are you so rotten to me?
Why are you so rotten to me? And I said, I'm not rotten. I'm honest. And I said, would you rather have a woman in your life that's just prancing around, lying to you, not being upfront and honest, and you just think that everything's hunky-dory, and you're meeping around, you're in Target with your lady, and she's just lying to you? But he was saying some weird stuff, he was making some weird moves, and I said, you're weirding me out, and then he's like, why are you so rotten to me? It's like, I'm just being honest with you.
Sometimes I don't think it's the honesty that's the bad part in that. I think sometimes it's the delivery.
No.
Yes.
No.
100%. Sometimes the delivery could be, I don't know, less daggerish, maybe.
No. I am who I am.
And I fell in love with you.
You did.
I did.
And you said today we were leaving.
Can't
Cut
stand
it
you.
out.
I can't stand you.
Cut it out. You stop.
And I said what when we were leaving?
We were leaving lunch. We got some food while we were out. And he was just like, oh, how I'm so lucky to have you.
Well, first off, I usually know when I say that. When did I say that?
We were getting in the car, and I think I said or did something.
Oh, yeah, you were acting a fool, and I was like, man, I am so lucky to have you.
Oh, yeah. He was like, you're one of a kind. You're the light of my life.
That she is.
I am. So
hashtag blessed.
Blessed. But no, when I'm away, how is it? Like, and it's not like joking.
No,
like,
I'll answer it honestly. This week was the first week where I was like, I kept myself busy, like I was doing stuff, and I think that obviously helped. Mm-hmm. But with being in Charlotte, in a new space, not knowing many people, not knowing much of the area, normally I'm like, man, this kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. Because we do pretty much everything together, which is great, but also doesn't really give me the opportunity to go find things on my own in that sense. But this week was good because I think it made it even better that I was doing stuff and keeping myself busy, but also you were having a great time, playing well, and it just made like us being away better for both of us in the sense.
Right.
Because if one of us is down, maybe it, not necessarily takes the other person down, but it just kind of, it changes that week, if you will.
Right. And like a lot of people that are in relationships, or if they live together, or if they're married or anything like that, like I know a lot of people have like a hard time like sleeping without their...
yeah, I love sleeping without you, honestly.
Yeah, I prefer it.
Okay, well, I thought I was being the harsh one, but no, there's the delivery.
No, but like I sleep like a baby. I sleep like a rock no matter where I am, what I do,
right.
like anything like that.
Right.
But it's not like I am not one of those people where it's like I need like your presence around me. Like I don't need that to sleep. And there's a lot of people that are.
Yeah.
But that's not me.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy when you're obviously sleeping next to me, but I also enjoy when you're not there. I'm not like, oh God, there's just me in here. No. Not the case whatsoever. Yeah.
But that's probably because you get more of the bed.
Yes. Factual, which is a huge plus. And like when we stay in Airbnbs, when your family's in town, or we stay somewhere that doesn't have a king bed and we have our 2 dogs, it's not ideal. It's not great.
No.
But
no, and like with you moving to Charlotte and stuff like that, it like I don't go out of town that often.
Right. Well, what about you when I go out of town?
I love it. I do. But the reason for me is a lot different than a reason for you. And it's not like, that's not a jab. We've had conversation about that. Is I don't have to work. I've lived by myself for 5 years. I've had just me and myself, and then me and Bo for 5 years.
Right.
So I've never had to really like worry about anybody, and it's not that I'm sitting at work or wherever I am just worrying about you, but you work from home. So like you get to mosey around the house and do the things alone a lot of the time.
True.
But like I never have that, because when I get home from work or it's my day off, I mosey and I do things with you here.
Right.
And so when you're not here, I get to do whatever I want around the house and not have anybody around. And I'm very much somebody that enjoys my alone time. Mm-hmm. But it's not like, and it's gotten like better the more that you've gotten like comfortable in Charlotte and that you've started to like make friends and
right.
and stuff like that and venture out without me. But like I do enjoy my alone time, but I don't get that because if I'm away from home, I'm usually at work.
Right. Yeah.
But like I'll go and do my nails.
Right.
Like I will do plenty of different things when you aren't here.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, it is different. And, sometimes for people it can be tough to be alone.
Right.
We talked about it a little bit last episode, especially during the holiday season. Like, sometimes you want to do this or that, and, like, it's also hard. And we talked about that obligation. We talked about all those things because, like, I feel like we are on the move all this month.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of moving around, traveling.
Right. We might even have another trip this spring. We never know.
Yep.
Joss, if you're listening, we talked about it at dinner and we want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Joss, as you guys know, for those of you who know Joss, my best friend, she's turning 30 next year and she wants to go on a trip. So we're going to try to make it happen. There she is in chat.
Yep.
There she is.
There she is.
We do love some Joss. But no, we also wanted to kind of save some time at the end of this episode to kind of interact with our live viewership over here on Twitch. So do you guys have any questions? Should we target the questions? Just let them go wild with it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can let them go wild.
What kind of questions do y'all have for me and Kenny? Do I like cucumbers? I don't hate cucumbers. I don't have a phobia of cucumbers. I don't just fiend for a cucumber, but I'm also not afraid of a cucumber.
Are you going to Nashville this year with the boys?
I don't know yet, B-hole. I'm not sure, brother.
How do I actually feel?
Yeah, Dirty Santa comes in here with a Kenny. How do you actually feel? I don't know what that means.
I feel okay. I feel okay.
You feel okay? Are you a hostage?
It's like, yeah. Where did we meet? We grew up in the same town. So we talked about that in our first episode. We grew up together. We went to the same high school.
Yep.
Friend zoned him, became friends, did all the fun stuff, and now we're here.
Right. We did have a question. Are you guys going to the bike event? I will be at the bike event for sure. Kenny has to check her work schedule tomorrow. But we will see if both Kenny and I will be there, or if it's just going to be just old Burt. What other questions, Kenny?
How do I feel being with a streamer because of the stigma? I am a firm believer. We've had this conversation before. With him being a streamer and him doing it full time is he's spent the past 13 years in service, in the Air Force, and, have a lot of appreciation for that job and what you did and the things that you went through. But I told him when he moved here and he was contemplating it because this has always been a big resource for him. So him playing video games and doing that was always an outlet and always a safe place. So when he started doing it for work, I always told him is no matter what it is, if you're doing it for a job or anything like that, is never lose the fun in it. And as soon as you stop finding the fun and having that as an outlet,
right,
I don't ever want you to continue it until it's fun again. But I don't care what he does for work. I told him that if he wanted to be a garbage man picking up the recycling bins on Mondays, I don't care.
She's very, very supportive about it. And as a guy who's played video games his entire life, I've dated girls who were you need to grow up, you need to sell your Xbox, or you need to stop playing video games. And again, it would be very different if, I was playing video games 8 to 10 hours a day, not working, not having a source of income from it, being oh yeah, one day I will. There's definitely a balance with it. And I'm super I appreciate her level of support with streaming because, again, it's very different. Each month's income isn't promised. And she's, no matter what it is, Kenny is very supportive about it, especially the stream I literally dressed up as her and she did my makeup. Thinking back to previous relationships or just people in the world, not many people would be yeah, this is awesome, let's go do this. Some people would be this is weird, I don't want to be a part of it. Yeah. You're just playing video games. You understand how it helps me. Mm-hmm. You understand that it, is a source of income and it is my job and I do enjoy it and I do love it. And I'm beyond thankful to be able to have the opportunity to do this full time, but also have you so heavily involved with, whether it's popping in on stream, being a part of stream, coming in when you're at work and you chat with us, and then just having you be there, being like, how was your stream? Tell me about stream. Like, super, super thankful for her just massive, massive understanding about it. I'm very, very thankful for it.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day is like, I've said it 1,000 times on here, is like, you were always my friend before you were my boyfriend.
Right.
So the relationship that I had walking into it was always different. So the things that made him who he is now and who he was then and before then is the reasons why I'm with him. It's not like he just picked up this habit and was like, I'm going to run with this, and is unrealistic about it. Is like, he puts in endless hours. He spends a lot of time in it. And if he woke up tomorrow saying, I want to do something different, I'd be like, okay, then we'll figure out where to start from there.
Right.
But no, I think the stigma is different for a lot of people, and I completely understand that, but it was always an outlet for you.
Yeah.
So
I've always played. I've always had a good time. I grew up, playing Xbox and PlayStation and computer with friends. Like, even when I'm not streaming, I'll play games with, the guys from TARP or, friends, growing up, and it's super, super fun. And again, I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity to be able to do it as a job. I don't think of it as a job. I run it like a business in a sense, but it's super fun, and I've got a great support system with it. My parents, I think I would love to have them on the podcast one time and try to get their thoughts of when I was like, hey, I'm starting to make money playing video games. Because I think in their mind they were like, okay, like, this is kind of weird. Yeah, sure, like, it's awesome. Don't put too many eggs in that basket, because and again, they're obviously older, and this is a new type of job for a lot of people, so.
Right.
It'd be interesting.
So yeah, there's not really much of a stigma. I do wish that I could obviously do more and be more flexible to be around it. He had the ice cream event with the TARP crew this summer, and I was unable to go. And they have the bike event this upcoming weekend, and I just had 2 weeks off from work, and then we're going home for a week.
Right.
And so to take a weekend day in between all of that is really tough, especially when I have been gone so much. And regardless of like how hard I work, is I talked about it a little bit before, is it's hard for me to be away because I'm not just a clock in, clock out person at my job. I do a lot. I try and be as present as I can for not only the club but for my team, and for me to just say I need to do this. Hopefully it will be a little bit different next year. We'll
see. Maybe she'll be with me this weekend. If not, it'll just be old Burt boy, and there's always going to be a TARP fundraiser or event, and we'll definitely get Kenny down there for at least one of them, because we are close. We're only 4 hours away from a majority of the locations, so it makes it definitely easier.
Right.
But any last questions before we get on out of here? Maybe we'll take one or two more questions, y'all. What else you got? What else y'all have? What are you making for dinner? Are you gonna make that chili tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna make white chicken chili.
It's so good.
And yeah, we did. As we talk about your parents, my mom did say that we will eventually talk about it. We'll talk about some of our weird similarities, maybe next week or the week after. But our parents have the same names. Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that. So my mom is Robin, and my dad is Stacy.
And my mom is Stacy, and my dad is Rob. It's weird and freaky and creepy. And
it is crazy.
Crazy.
It is crazy. Ashley says, biggest goal you have for yourselves within the next year.
Wow.
That's a big one.
That is a big one. Personally, or for our podcast, or for what?
I was thinking personally, and then like as a couple.
You go first.
Personally, I want to continue to grow the Burt's Beat brand, the Burt's Beat name, continue to grow the stream along with the podcast, because Kenny and I both enjoy the podcast very much. We hope you guys are too. But I want to continue to grow the Burt's Beat stream. I want to get more involved with a lot of the fundraisers and events that raise money for great causes and great foundations to help those in need, kids in need, help, bridge the gap between law enforcement and the civilian world. And then for us as a couple, I think a goal of mine for us, and I think we're on the same page, is hopefully either buy a house within the next year or find a new rental to kind of really make our own and kind of continue to build on the relationship of us.
Yeah, I like that.
What are yours?
I would say personally, I am at the brink of becoming Class A in my PGA bookwork. So that's just a few months away. So I'm very, very excited for that. That will create a lot of opportunity for me, not just in my job right now, but for my future. As soon as I have that little PGA emblem next to my name and comma PGA behind it, it kind of opens up a world of opportunity.
Yeah.
Especially with me trying to become a head pro and a director of golf and maybe one day a GM.
Yep.
It's all the proper steps to kind of get there.
Yeah.
But for the podcast, I just want to keep doing it and see it where it really takes us. I don't create any expectations for it because it's such like a outlet for us as a couple, and we both enjoy it. The whole back end of it to actually doing it is very enjoyable, and it doesn't feel like work. It's just something that we get to do and get to do together.
It is super fun. It is really fun.
From the website to the social media to the actual streaming to, creating different, social media posts, stuff like that. It's been so much fun.
Yeah.
So I don't have any expectations of, that. But for us as a couple, I would say we're on the same page. We talk about that quite often, is kind of look into more of a place where we can put our imprint on and call it our own. Maybe getting a bigger home and
finding a place that we can fully actually soundproof.
Yeah.
As you guys know who watch my stream, this month, December, I've been loud in the beginning. Like I've been glad you haven't been home because I've been screaming, and the people are hyping me up.
They love it.
They love it. So we really need the next place we have to soundproof the ever living crap out of it.
Yeah.
Like
have people
professionally.
Come in.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna take one last question. What do we got? One last quick question, and we're gonna get out of here. Kenny's gonna make some delicious food. I'm gonna work on getting the podcast posted, and we'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. One last question before we get on out of here.
They're quiet.
They are quiet all of a sudden. They're scared. Maybe.
What? Before we really get out of here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? And he hasn't seen the Polar Express.
I haven't seen the Polar Express. She was singing some hot chocolate song. I was like, I've never heard it. I will post a video of the outside decorations for the house in Discord.
And maybe I'll put it on social media, too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll put it on our social media.
No, I've never seen it. My favorite Christmas movie is the Santa movies with Tim Allen. The old school ones.
That's unbelievable.
Classic. Maybe we'll watch it when we decorate our Christmas tree tonight.
Yeah, and we're watching Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah, we do have Yellowstone tonight.
You want to know my favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, tell me what your favorite Christmas movie is.
Okay, thanks for asking.
She's also an anti-Elf fan, by the way.
I'm not anti-Elf. I'm just not... I don't think it's the best Christmas movie. I think it's funny, and I think there's a lot of hype behind it, but... No, I like Jack Frost.
Is that the one where the dad becomes a snowman and melts? Okay, I do like that one. That one my mom used to watch and cry to.
Yes.
It's a sad one. Maybe we'll watch that. No, I don't want to cry tonight.
Home Alone, yes.
Classic.
I would say Home Alone. I like the first one. I never really liked the New York City one.
It was alright.
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 But yeah.
I think that's what?
And one more.
One more.
What is your favorite Christmas cookie?
Favorite Christmas cookie?
Or just, I would say just cookie, but...
No, let's do Christmas cookie. I either like the sugar frosted, like snowflake ones, or I like I don't know what it is. I think it's like a peanut butter cookie with the little Hershey Kiss in it.
Yeah.
Love that one. Love that one. What about you?
I'm not a big Christmas cookie kind of gal. I did see a brown sugar Pop-Tart cookie today on TikTok, and I might give that for a whirl.
Oh, okay, yes.
But it was great. I also did mention to your father that maybe getting a mixer for Christmas.
Mixer would be great.
Yeah, we got cornered by his parents about what we wanted, even though they were watching last week.
Yeah, and knew that lists aren't good. Robin and Stacy.
Yeah. We see you.
Yeah, we see you.
But no, I like the peanut butter cookies. They're okay to me.
Yeah.
But Colchester, Sam has a sugar cookie.
Sugar
I don't
frosted.
care who you are, what you are.
Yep.
If you're ever in the state of Vermont and you go to Colchester, Vermont, Sam Maz's sugar cookie.
Sam Maz's. Every like season they have, like around fall they'll have a pumpkin, and for Christmas they'll have like a stocking, and Valentine's Day they have a heart, and they're all the same sugar cookie with the same frosting. And when I was younger, we used to ship them to my sister when she was in college and stuff. They're incredible cookies. Yeah. The best cookies.
No, they're very good. But yeah, Christmas movies and cookies and all that. I'm also making Chex Mix tonight.
Chex Mix tonight. White chicken chili. Christmas movie. Decorate the tree.
You're going to decorate the tree.
Oh, no. Decorate. That makes it so special. You were on your phone with your mom last night. She said, yeah, Nick's going to decorate the tree tonight. And I'm like, no, that's something we do together. That's actually offensive.
No.
It is. But we are going to get on out of here.
Yep.
We're going to get out of here. Y'all, make sure you check all of our socials. You can check out the BK Lounge Pod on Instagram. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, or head to our website, thebkloungepod.com. We are out of here for episode 4. 1 entire month in the books with the BK Lounge. Mm-hmm. Many more months to come.
Yep.
Kenneth, last words.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Y'all be good. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
This has been the BK Lounge Podcast with Burt and Kenny. We hope you enjoyed your time diving deep in on wild topics, listening to crazy stories, and hanging out with us. We'll see you next week live on Twitch. Be sure to check out our website for all our social links at www.thebkloungepod.com. Y'all be good now, and we'll see you next time.